Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to learn about regular and irregular verbs. We know that a verb denotes an action, a verb is a doing word, and a verb is compulsory to make a meaningful sentence. Today, let us learn what are regular and irregular verbs. Let us start with regular verbs. Regular verbs are formed by adding D, ed, ied to the base form of the verb. Regular verbs are formed by adding D, ed, ied to the base form of the verb. Let us see some verbs, some regular verbs with the examples. First, whisper. Whisper is the base form of the verb, that is V1, and its V2 past tense is formed by adding ed. Its past tense is formed by adding ed, that is whispered, and past participle is also formed by adding ed. Whispered is a regular verb. It is formed by adding ed. Its past tense and past participles are formed by adding ed to the base form of the verb. Let us see the next example. Agree. Agree, its past tense is agreed. Here we have added D. It is formed by adding D to the base form of the word, and past participle is also same, agreed. We have added D. Let us see one more example. Identify. Identify is the base form of the verb, and its past tense V2 form is identified. Here we have removed the Y from the base form of the verb and we have added IED. As per the spelling rules, a word which ends with Y, when we are adding a suffix, we remove the Y and we add according to the word IED or IES. So here, to form the V2 form of the verb, here we have removed the Y and we have added IED, and its past participle is also identified. We have added IED. Next example is clap. Clap. Here its V2 form past tense is added by adding ed. And here we have doubled the P. Why we have doubled the P? If any suffix when we are adding to a word, if the word is ended with the consonant and if there is a vowel before the consonant, we have to double the consonant. That is the reason we have doubled the P here and we have added ed. And its past participle is also clapped. It is formed by adding ed. So here regular verbs are formed by adding D, ed and ied to the base form of the verb. Here you can see some examples on the board. Here whispered is formed by adding ed to the V2 and V3 form of the verb, and agree is the base form of the verb. Here we have added D in the past and past participle. Identify is the base form of the word and we have removed the Y and we have added IED in the past and past participle. Clap is the base form of the verb. Here we have doubled the P and added ED in the past and past participle. Let us see what are irregular verbs. Irregular verbs do not follow any rule. They do not follow any rule, and irregular verbs are of three forms. Irregular verbs are of three forms. In our daily communication, when we communicate with each other, we use 70% of irregular verbs in our daily communication. Let us see the first form. Irregular verbs are of three forms. Let us see the first form. The first form of irregular verbs are, all the three forms are different. The base form, the past tense and past participle, all the three forms are different. Let us see with the example. Eat, ate, eaten. Here we can see the base form is eat and V2 form past tense is ate and its V3 is eaten. Here all the three forms are different. Let us see one more example. drink, drank, drunk. Here, all the three forms are different. Drink is the base form, drank is the V2 past tense, and drunk is past participle. Let us now see the second form. Let us now see the second form. The second form is all the three forms are same. Irregular verbs. First form is all three forms are different, and second form is all the three forms are same. Let us see here. Put is the base form and its V2 past tense is also put, whereas past participle is also put. Here cut, cut, cut. Hit, hit, hit. All the three forms are same. Let us see the third form. Let us see the third form. The third form is two forms are same. Two forms are same. Run is the base form and V2 is ran and its past participle is also ran. Come is the base form. Came is V2 and its V3 is also come. Fight is the base form. Fought is past tense V2 and also past participle fought. Here we can see irregular verbs in three forms. Irregular verbs we can see in three forms. Most of the irregular verbs in our daily communication, we use most of the irregular verbs. They are of three forms. The first form is all the three forms are different. Eat, ate, eaten. All the three forms are different. Second form, all the three forms are same. Put, put, put. And third form, two forms are same. Third form, irregular verbs, two forms are same. That is run, ran, ran. V2 and V3 are same here. You can see. Second example, come is base form. Came is the past tense. And again, V3 is also come. In this video, we have learned that regular verbs are formed by adding D, ED and IED to the base form of the verb, whereas irregular verbs do not follow any rule, and in our daily communication 70% of irregular verbs we use, and irregular verbs are formed in three ways. First form, all the three forms are different, and when you see here second form, all the three forms are same, and when you see the third form, two forms are same. So in this video, we have learned what are regular and irregular verbs. Thank you for watching.